What's going on, everybody on Facebook? Hope y'all are having a great holiday week, a great holiday season. You're on my Facebook page, so hopefully you know who I am. My name is Dre Baldwin, for those who don't know me. Former 9-year pro athlete, author of 29 books, including my newest called Third Day, and one you might have heard of is called Work on Your Game. Making this video real quick to talk to y'all about setting your goals for the year 2022. And I know it's a holiday right now, Christmas Eve. I think most of you are off work. You might be spending time with your family, so you might not be watching me right now, but you'll be able to watch this on replay. So I just want to make sure I get this message in for all of you as we prepare for this next week. And this next week is a pivotal week. I'm talking about the week between Christmas Day and New Year's Day is a pivotal week for all of us every year, because that's a week that traditionally, depending on the kind of work that you do, and in some businesses you might still be business as usual, but in many industries you might not be working at all. In many industries this is kind of some off time for you. In many industries this is a time when people can go on their vacations, you get to spend some time at home, you get to decompress, relax, do all of that stuff, and really start setting yourself up for a new beginning, which is a new year. Now, while I understand that some of you might maybe you want to think on a little more advanced level, you're like, well, I don't need the new year to make a new me. I don't need to make a resolution just because it's January 1st. It's like everybody else. And I understand that. And at the same time, why not? Why not use it as a new start? You could use anything as an excuse to be a new start. You could use the fact that you started a new job as an excuse to create a new start for yourself. It could be a new week, it's Monday, Sunday. It could be a new month, January, February, March. It can be a new year, 2022, 2023, whatever it's going to be. So since I know that many people look at the new year as a new start, in businesses many people use it as their financial year or their fiscal year, and for a lot of us, because this is just the way the calendar works, it is a new start for many of us, because now we're using a new date, we're flipping the calendar over, we got a lot of new things going on. So what I want to talk to you about is setting your goals for next year and how to set them the right way. And it's really important that you set them the right way. You understand the purpose of goals, you understand the function of goals, and you understand the strategy behind setting the goals so that you're setting them the right way and actually getting the results that you want. And I think everybody here, whether you agree with New Year's resolutions, whether you make 1,000 of them, whether you made one, whether you've never made them before, whether you're kind of open-minded on the subject, but you're not sure you're committed to it, you're listening to me to see what I'm going to say here, just hear me out on this, and I'm going to give you some material that's going to help you set these goals the right way. Want to set goals, set them the right way, and then get the results that you want. So first of all, let's get clear on what a goal is. A goal is your pursuit of a worthy ideal. That's all it is, a worthy ideal. Worthy and ideal are both kind of relative terms here, because you decide what's worthy for you. Some people it's worthwhile to set a goal to lose 50 pounds. Other people, no, I don't want to lose 50 pounds. I'd be really skinny if I lost 50 pounds. For other people, you might want to gain some weight. Some people it's about making money. Some people it's about spending more time with your family. For others, it's getting into a certain industry. For some of you others, maybe you want to graduate from school. You want to score a certain amount of points on your sports team. You decide what is worthwhile for you. What is the ideal for you? What is the outcome that you want to get? Now that we're clear on what a goal is, and I think most of you understand the concept of goals, here's what you need to understand about goals and why they matter so much. Successful people set goals. Unsuccessful people, who are also called losers, do not set goals. Successful people set goals. Unsuccessful people do not set goals. Now, why am I so sure about this point? Because in life, you are either getting better or you're getting worse. All right, you are either building or you're destroying. You're either advancing or you're going backwards. There is no neutral in the universe. You cannot stay in the same spot ever. The world is always moving. Time is always moving every single day. Every day you're a day older than you were the day before, and you're a day closer to not having any more days left. We all can agree to that, even if you don't like thinking about it. So either you are getting better and progressing, or you're getting worse and regressing. Therefore, a person who has goals, meaning you have something that you are striving for, a reason to get out of bed, something that you're actually going after, a target to pursue, that person is going to create success because they have a reason, they have something to do, they have somewhere that they're going. A person who does not have goals, you don't have anything that you're pursuing, you don't have anything that you're going after, it's impossible for you to be successful because you do not have a target of what success is. Success is the pursuit of a worthy ideal. A goal is that worthy ideal. So if you don't have a goal, then it's impossible for you to be successful. You cannot be successful without goals or some type of process or something that you're going after. You need a target. Even if you don't want to call it a goal, you call it whatever you want. You call it a New Year's resolution, whatever. If you don't have one, it is impossible for you to be successful because you don't have anything to target at. It's kind of like they say in sports, without a goal, it's hard to score. You can't play basketball without the actual basket. We could dribble and pass and do all your moves and all that stuff, but if there's no rim with the net, you don't have to have a net, but if there's no rim for you to shoot the ball at, then you can't score any points. If you can't play soccer without the goal to actually kick the ball into. You can't play hockey without the net. Now, you need something that you're actually aiming for, and it works the exact same way in life. So that's why it's important that you have a goal. Now that we're clear on the concept of having goals, let's talk about how you actually set them. Now, many of you understand, if you understand the concept of goals, and if you didn't, then I just explained it to you, so you get that now. Here's what you got to understand about goals. The goal is the end game. What is the thing that you want to do? Okay, so let's just say your goal is you want to lose 35 pounds this next year, or you want to do at least $100,000 in revenue in your business this year, or you want to do $10 million in revenue, or you want to start running ads for your software program so you can get more people into your world, or you want to launch your podcast finally, or you want to build a stronger relationship with your significant other, with your kids, or some person who's important to you in life, or you want to finally write that book that you've been thinking about writing for years, or you want to attend some events, or you want to have your own event. Whatever it is that you want to do, that is what we call the outcome, the result, the having. That's usually what we label as a goal. It's the same thing. The goal is the outcome, the result. That's the thing that you're going to have. Now, in this book right here, and I also explained it in this book, The Third Day, the principle of be, do, and have. And that is the 3-step process to create any outcome in life. You know what you want, which is the having part. That's the goal, the outcome, which most people understand. Then is the things you need to do to create that outcome. Then is the person that you need to be to get that result. And many people don't know about that third one. I'm gonna get to that in a second. So now that you have your goals, so first of all, let's be clear, and I've been saying this on my Instagram story for weeks now. If you follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is just my name, Dre Baldwin, one word. Then you know I talk about this every single day. Set your goals for next year and set them before next year begins. Which means right now I'm recording this on Christmas Eve, December 24th. It's 1:38 in the afternoon. Start writing down your goals for next year. And I'm gonna tell you how to write these down. You're gonna write them down in 3 categories. So here are the 3 headers you're gonna have. You're gonna have one that says have. That is the results that you're going to achieve that you can look at and say, you can check them off or cross them off. I did this, I did this, I did this, I didn't do that. Those are the things you wanna achieve. Do are the actions that you're going to take. What are the things that you are going to do in the year 2022? This is part of your goals list. And then the third one is be. And I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Many people don't really understand that one, never even thought about it, but I'm gonna help you out and I'm gonna explain it to you in a moment. So think of all the things that you want to achieve next year, all the things you want to have. If it's money, if it's happiness, if it's an energy, if it's a certain dollar amount, if it's a whatever kind of outcome that you can look at and say, that is what I want next year. It doesn't matter what it is. It is not up to anyone's judgment but your own. You decide what your goals are. What are all the things you want to have next year? Write all of them down. And there's no limit to how many you can write down. You can have 1 million goals next year if you want, as long as you can write them all down. Write everything down. And yes, writing them down matters. It is not just thinking about it. You need to have them written down so that you can look at them and you can review them, because what you write down in December of this year, you're not going to remember all of it by March. You're not going to remember all of it by the 3rd week in January, let alone by October or November of next year. So write down every goal that you want to achieve. All right, most of you understand this part. All right, the goals list. Now, here's the second part. Looking at all those goals that you set for yourself, here's the question you have to ask. What am I willing to do, or what will I need to do in order to make all of these results occur? What do I need to do? All right, so if you want to lose 50 pounds next year, all right, you can't lose 50 pounds next year going to the gym once a week. All right, you can't lose 50 pounds next year doing the same thing you did this year, which means you might need to do something like join a gym, hire a personal trainer, get on some type of nutrition program, maybe stop eating candy and ice cream and cupcakes. These are things that you might need to do. So what are the actions? So basically you look at all the haves, all the things that you want to achieve next year, and you need to ask yourself, first of all, what do I need to do? What will I need to do? And what am I willing to do? And these need to match up. What will I need to do and what am I willing to do in order to make these results occur? So for example, if your business did 50 grand in revenue this year, and you want to do 100 grand in revenue next year, and you can put any numbers in that you want. Now, if you're going to double your revenue, you can't do the exact same things you did this year and expect to get twice the result. That doesn't make any sense. We all know the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So what are you needing to do and what are you willing to do? And they must match in order for you to achieve all those outcomes in your have category. What are you willing to do? What are you going to make happen to get that outcome that you say you want, that you say is important to you, that you say you wish to achieve in the year 2022? That's the second thing that you're going to write down. So that's the doing part. And an important part of this doing goal is that it needs to match up. Everything that you say you want to achieve, your actions, must match those results. So again, don't say that you want to make $100 million in business, but you're only going to put in 4 hours of work every single week. All right, that doesn't make sense. Or you're just going to post to Facebook twice a day, every day, and $100 million is going to fall out of the sky. What are you willing to do, and what are you needing to do? And you need to do the research on this. So if you have a goal or something that you haven't done before, then you need to find out, what is it really going to take in order for me to achieve this outcome? And you might not know. So it's your job to do the research, find out what will it take, or what do I think is going to take, using your best judgment. What is it going to take for me to achieve this outcome? That's the second thing you're going to ask yourself. Third thing that you're going to ask yourself is, who do I need to be? This is an important question right here. Who do I need to be? And this is one that many people never ask themselves. Is actually, to be honest, it's the most important question that you ask when it comes to setting goals, because most people understand the concept of wanting something. All right, I want to make this much money. I want to lose this much weight. Everybody has this concept in their heads of the things that they wish to achieve, usually something good that you want for yourself. And most people understand the concept of putting in the time, the effort, the energy, the money, the attention in order to get their outcomes. I mean, I'm the guy who wrote a book called Work on Your Game. So if you're on this page, you probably understand the concept of putting in work. And most people, when they set goals, most people who do set goals, you know what they normally do? They set the goal and then they start working hard trying to achieve the goal, which seems like a good idea, right? You have a goal, work hard to try to achieve it. And every day you can look at it. Did I hit the goal yet? No. Okay, let me go back to work. Did I hit the goal yet? No. Go back to work. Did I hit it yet? Let me work harder. Let me figure out how I can do my work differently. And usually this is what people do their entire lives, right? They set a goal, they work hard to achieve it. If they're not there, they keep working. Look, keep working. Did I get it? Work, keep working. Did I get it? The problem with this process is the following. It doesn't work. Yes, you heard me correctly. It does not work to set a goal and then just work really hard to try to achieve it. And then if you haven't achieved it, either keep working, work harder, or try to figure out a different way to do the work. That is a failing process. And you can look around at either your own life or the lives of other people that you know, and you can see a bunch of people that you know work really hard all the time, yet they never get close to reaching their goals. Or maybe they never get close to reaching the kind of goals that you would want to reach, and you look at their actions and then you go and do the same thing that they're doing, don't get the outcome, then you wonder what's going on. That is a failing formula. So let me help you out with this third step that most people don't understand, let alone do they apply it, let alone could they explain it. But I'm going to explain it to you. The question is, who do I need to be? This is the third question you're going to ask yourself. Who do I need to be as a person in order to achieve my desired outcome in the year 2022? Who do I need to be? This has nothing to do with any actions that you take. This has nothing to do with what the goals are. It has something to do with what the goals are. Let me back up. It has nothing to do with the actual achievement of the goal, the tangible achievement of the goal, or the tangible action. This is all about who you need to be as a person. Who you're being as a person. Let me help you out in understanding what you're going to put down on this part of the list, because you got that things you want to achieve is the have. What you're going to do and what you need to do is on the do list. And then who you need to be, this is all in your personal self. This has nothing to do with any other person. It has nothing to do with what's going on in the outside world, what kind of job you have, how much money you got, what tangible resources you have or do not have, what other people think of you. None of this has anything to do with that, this particular section of your goal setting. Who do I need to be? This question is all about your inner being. How are you thinking? How are you seeing yourself? Who do you see when you look in the mirror? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? How do other people feel when you walk into a room? What kind of energy do you want other people to have about you? And what kind of energy do you want to have about yourself and about your life and about your business and about your goals? That is the being part. So the being part can be things like your level of confidence, how disciplined you are, how mentally tough you are feeling, how your spirit, what kind of energy you're radiating when you deal with other people and when you go out into the world in your day-to-day life. That's the being part. Who am I being as a person? The being is all about your vibration and your energy. Every human being, we are all vibrating on a certain level. We have a certain energetic vibration. Any human being who has no vibration, they're usually dead. We have funerals for people who don't have a vibration. Or you might come across somebody who's on a very low frequency of vibration. That's the kind of person you probably want to stay away from. Their energy's not quite right. You're just not vibing with them, or maybe they're very sad or they're angry. You don't want to be around that type of person. Person on a high frequency vibration, these are very energetic people. These people who are very happy. They're very positive. They see the bright side in everything. And as I'm describing this, you can probably think of times when you've been each type of person, and you probably think of people that you know who remind you of those vibrations, right? So you want to figure out what vibration do you need to have, what vibration do you need to be in order to do what you need to do to have the results that you want to have. So this being part connects to the actions, which connects to the results. So the way that you write your goals down, just to be clear here, you start with what you want to have, the results, then what actions you need to take, that's the doing, then what kind of vibration you need to have, that's the being. Now, the way that you're going to execute on your goals for next year is in reverse order. First, you start with who you need to be as a person. You need to get into that vibration. You need to get into that energy. You need to look in the mirror and feel that thing about yourself and see yourself a certain way. You do that first. Before you start working hard, you get into the right vibration, the right energy, the right self-image, the right way of feeling about yourself. That's the first thing, the right thinking, the right mindset. That's the being part. Once you're in the right mindset, and to help you out, I'm gonna come back to that in a second. Once you're in the right mindset, energy, and vibration, then you go to work and take the actions. Then those actions will produce the desired results. That's the way that it works. Now let me make sure I'm giving you all the details here. Getting into that energy, that mind state, that vibration that I talked about, the being part, that is an ongoing job. That is not something you do one time and then you're good for the rest of life. You do that every single day. You get into that vibration. Every single day you get into that state. Every single day you get into that flow. Now, how can you do it every day? This is why you read books. This is why you listen to podcasts. This is why you get my daily motivation text message that I send out every day straight to your phone. My number is 305-384-6894. Text me, get the daily motivation every day. This is why you do these things. This is why you subscribe to somebody's YouTube channel, or you follow somebody on social media, or you get somebody's emails, or whatever it is that you do, whatever notes you take. That's why you get my book, The Mental Workbook, where I talk about how to set yourself up and get yourself into this positive state of mind every single day on call. This is why you do all these things, so that you can get into that flow state, that energetic state, that vibration every time. Then you go to work, then you get the results. This is the way that it works. The problem for many people, and the reason why many people never reach their goals, is that they start with doing the work. They start with the doing part and they try to get to the having, and it doesn't work simply because they never did the first step. They skipped the step. They went straight to the doing, trying to get to the having. The having doesn't work and they think something's wrong with their actions. There's nothing wrong with your actions. Nothing wrong with you as a person. What's wrong is that you did not follow every step of the process. You did steps 2 trying to get to step 3, but you never did step 1. Step 1 is, who do I need to be? That's why it's so important. That's why in this book, Work on Your Game. That's why in this book, The Third Day, in all of these books, I'm always talking about mindset, energy state, vibration. How are you feeling about yourself? What are you seeing when you're looking in the mirror? This is the most important aspect of just your humanity, period, is the most important aspect, is who you are being as a person. And this is why it's such a big deal, because many people this never even occurs to people. Most people understand the concept of work hard to reach a goal. But most people never ask themselves, who do I need to be as a person? So they're doing all this hard work, not reaching their goals, and they wonder what the problem is. The problem is nobody told you the other step. Now I've cleared that up for you. So let me recap everything I've said here. And this is about setting goals in year 2022. First thing is, what do you want to achieve? This is the way you write them down. What do I want to have? That's the having goals. Second, what do I need to do and what am I willing to do in order to achieve these things that I wrote down in the having section? And then, who do I need to be? What kind of energy state, what kind of mindset, how do I want to see myself, how do I want other people to feel about me, how do I want to be vibrating as I'm doing my work in order to achieve my goals? And then you write them down in that order: have, do, be. And then you execute on them in the opposite order: be, do, have. That is how you set your goals for 2022. That's how you're going to get to where you want to be next year. and I'm going to post this video. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. I might post it on IG as a reel, not a reel, as a full-length video as well. And this is about you setting your goals for 2022. So if you have a question about setting your goals for next year, then first of all, leave me a comment and let me know. Secondly, you need to get a copy of my book, The Mental Workbook, which is right over my shoulder here. It was one of those bright red books. I got a bunch of books that are red. So the third day is a red book. The Mental Workbook is, you might not even be able to see it. It is right there next to the Bulletproof Mindset. You need to get you a copy of that. It's part of the Mental Game Super Duper Bundle, which you can get when you claim your free copy of this book at thirddaybook.com. I'll put a link to this in this video when I post it. And that's that. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. I'll probably be doing another live before the end of the year, but y'all know how to reach me. If you have not texted me yet, text me so you can get my daily motivation text, which comes to my phone every single day. So right here, you can see some of the texts that I got. I got to go through my texts here today. If you're not in my texting community, text me so you can be one texting me. I will respond to these texts. My number is 305-384-6894. You get my daily motivation free of charge every single day, straight to your phone, and you can text me directly. You can actually respond to those texts, and you'll be texting with me. My assistant doesn't handle that. That's not a bot. That is actually me you're texting. So hit me in the text. Get your copy of The Third Day, which is going to be linked right here in this video, and enjoy your Christmas. Work on your game. Dre all day. We out here.